What is up, guys? Dr. Senpai here, and I'm bringing you guys a brand new Dragon Ball discussion. Now, this discussion, it kind of occurred to me recently. I kind of heard about it. It's like, you know what? I'm going to talk about this because this is kind of interesting. So, some people have claimed, especially since Dragon Ball Super, that now Vegeta is probably a better person, or just better than Goku, period. And I'm gonna kind of debunk this and kind of explain why. I'm not gonna say it's bullshit, but why that's not entirely true. In fact, I think Vegeta is really no better than Goku in some ways. So let's begin with one topic. In terms of power and training. In terms of power and training, it's kind of like think of it this way. Vegeta was an elite class Saiyan. We all know this. He was born powerful, And in the Bardock special, he was wiping out Cybermen motherfuckers all over the place and everything. So we all know how strong Vegeta was back then. So yeah, don't get me wrong. Vegeta was strong back then and all that. And he was cocky that way. He was cocky that he was the son. He was the prince of all Saiyans, and he was elite class, and he was very strong. He had a lot of training. So, of course, it made sense for all that. So, yeah, I've heard the argument that some people have said, oh, Vegeta earns his moves. He's earned everything he got, while Goku just straight up ass-pulled everything. Well, think of it this way. Goku landed on Earth, right? And he kind of earned his shit, too, if you think about it. In Dragon Ball, some people just kind of negate everything that happened in Dragon Ball. Kind of when they say that, how Goku didn't earn anything. It's like, do you guys never even see? I mean, hell, I haven't seen all of Dragon Ball. I only have season 1 on DVD, and I've seen both the Piccolo sagas, the second world tournament where Goku fought Piccolo Jr. Those two sagas and everything. But during those times, you kind of get to see that Goku's earned his shit too. That's what that was like. The main plot about Dragon Ball, the original series, was Goku, a kid, meeting his friends and training, become a better martial artist. Hell, Master Roshi was trying to teach Goku a lesson because he knew Goku was powerful during that martial arts tournament where he basically took out Goku. He wanted to take out Goku and Krillin. So because how strong they are, it doesn't get over their heads and everything, and they just think they're hot shots and all that. But no, you want to teach them humility. So that's what Goku was taught. So Goku was training pretty much most of his life by himself at the beginning before he met Bulma, because obviously when he was a little bit younger, he turned into a great ape and killed Grandpa Gohan. So Goku has trained a long time too, if you think about it. Maybe harder than Vegeta, because Vegeta, he had a crew with him. He had a whole palace. Vegeta was practically a spoiled brat this whole time. So yeah, he was powerful in the sense of kind of like Frieza's way of being powerful. He has all these solar systems and everything. He was just born powerful, kind of. And Goku, he had to train on Earth after a head injury, so he wasn't so, destructive and everything. He had to train from the top. He climbed fucking Korin's tower in Dragon Ball, which was said to be impossible on Earth. He accomplished so many things in Dragon Ball. So I just personally don't think it makes sense why people say Vegeta earned his shit, where Goku earned his shit too, as well, kind of. I mean, now recently, there's been with these new God forms and everything, and some people say, oh, Vegeta earned Super Saiyan Blue, and Goku didn't? I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense to me, because if you think about it, yes, Goku got Super Saiyan God, but as far as we knew, it was pretty much impossible to train the Super Saiyan God. It was a whole ritual thing. So when some people say, oh, Goku just got Super Saiyan God and he was able to do it, well, that was probably the only other way to get Super Saiyan God, because Shenron, who has a lot of knowledge, literally told them the whole ritual of how to become a Super Saiyan God. That's how the original Super Saiyan God became Super Saiyan God. 5 Saiyans. It was never recorded that Saiyans could train to become God levels. It may or may not be possible, but who the fuck knows? Because we haven't really seen it. So technically, yeah, Goku did earn the God form, Super Saiyan Blue, because he trained with Whis along with Vegeta. Vegeta may or may not have been trained with Whis a little bit longer, but Vegeta never got a god form, so it's kind of like Vegeta ass pulled Super Saiyan Blue if you kind of think about it with that. So yeah, definitely I'm just saying, he probably did ass pull, and it's like, if you kind of think about it, because at the end, I mean, they probably did the whole Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta thing at the end of the movie, because I only consider the movie canon in my Dragon Ball Super world. Like, I watched the movies first before Dragon Ball Super. Fuck the first arcs, Dragon Ball Super, but anywho, like, when he showed up basically at the end of the Resurrection F, he was kicking Frieza's ass. They mostly did that for fan service, but now people are talking about it. It's like, well, he earned that power. Well, did he? Or he just trained with Kakarot with all that god energy, and somehow he ass-pulled Super Saiyan Blue. And, it's just kind of interesting. So that's just kind of the training levels between Goku and Vegeta in terms of him earning power. It's kind of like, oh wait, and then there's another thing. Recently in Dragon Ball Super, in the Tournament of Power, I forgot to mention, Goku got Ultra Instinct. Now some people say, oh, Goku ass-pulled Ultra Instinct. Well, that's probably not entirely true either, because if you think about it, Goku's been training it for a little while. There was even a few times where Goku and Vegeta trained in a hyperbolic time chamber for, like, I think, that one episode where they grew beards. I can't fucking remember. It was a filler episode. Goku and Vegeta grew beards, so kind of saying that they spent like a few days in there. And we all know a day is a year, so they spent a few days. That means they're trained for years with Super Saiyan Blue. So yeah, he trained years with Goku too. Both of them trained a few years in the hyperbolic time chamber, And like you said, they train, and you don't know too how Vegeta unlocked his Ultra Super Saiyan Blue. That's what I'm gonna call it, in Dragon Ball Super, where he unlocks that new form in Tournament of Power. He could have gotten that from a litany of different ways. He trained in the hyperbolic time chamber a few times. So yeah, in that case, Vegeta did earn that form and everything, but you can't go around saying Goku didn't earn Ultra Instinct. He just kind of ass-pulled that too by saying, because he literally did train for that too. He trained for that too. At any moment, he was trained to master Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, which nowadays he can just pull that off any second. He's done that a lot in this Tournament of Power where he just did Kaioken. He's even been able to make it to times 20 without his muscles shutting down. So Goku has made huge progress with this. So it kind of makes sense that at some point Ultra Instinct would activate and he would be able to do something gods couldn't do. The mortals are very surprising to gods, and that's what gods are starting to figure out. These mortals are surprising. Now, we have yet to see the full power of Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, but he also earned that form. So I say that's equal ground right there. But yeah, with the training levels of those two, it's Vegeta. Goku's no better than Vegeta, and Vegeta's no better than Goku. They both trained hard. Goku in some ways trained harder than Vegeta. But still, Vegeta has triumphed in the past, He's unlocked Super Saiyan. He's evolved the Super Saiyan form a little bit, And yeah, he earned those parts. But it's just, I think by the end of the day, you just got to think about that. Goku probably trained a little bit harder when he was a kid. That's why he's able to do all these things. That's why he was able to beat Vegeta in the beginning of the Saiyans arc. Because he trained, man. He trained for a really long-ass time. And it didn't help that he had Kaioken and all this shit stacked on top. So, of course, he was going to do that. By now, he's probably a master martial artist, for all we fucking know. So, in terms of power, yeah. But I'm also going to tap into, character-wise. Character-wise, is Goku and Vegeta, is Vegeta no better than Goku? And, I'm going to say it there, too. Family-wise, some people have said, oh, Goku's a terrible father. He doesn't care. He gives a shit about his children. What the fuck do you mean? We got a sense of that he gives a shit about his kids when the first thing in Dragon Ball Z, when Gohan was around, when he was a kid, he went frantically searching for Gohan traveling miles while Gohan was traveling downriver to catch him. Goku did all he could to catch him, and he did catch him at the end of it, showing that he cared for his son. He even stopped fighting in tournaments and doing a bunch of shit for a few years just to raise Gohan and help Chi-Chi around the house. Granted, Goku is a dumbass and he doesn't really know how to work. Like, Dragon Ball Super is the first time he's probably ever worked and earned money in his life, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Doing radish farming, but still. Goku he was a younger man back then. He had a kid and everything, so he cared about his family. Now, some people say maybe a shitty father, but it's like, okay, well, I mean, I can't exactly put Dragon Ball in a real world perspective, because it isn't. Dragon Ball isn't real, but just if you think about it family wise, it's like Goku has to do a lot of shit. He's the strongest character in Dragon Ball. Do you think he has time to say, oh, but I must take care of my family first? No, he's taking care of everybody on the entire planet because he cares for people. Goku's always been a compassionate person. That's what he's always been. He's cared for other people. He's fought for other people. He's not like fucking Naruto or anything where it's like, friendship! Or like fucking Natsu, friendship! From fucking Fairy Tail and shit. So, it's not nothing like that. He's just overall a good moral person because he was taught well. He was taught a bunch of different lessons that Vegeta still probably fucking lacks. I don't think Vegeta's barely ever learned humility, except when he's gotten his ass kicked, but that's only when he got his ass kicked. Vegeta was a horrible family person for the first time, maybe saying, well, Vegeta had to get used to it for a while. Well, because he's not a person either. Well, it's just kind of, Vegeta was raised to be an asshole, so he's always going to be somewhat of an asshole. Now, nowadays, he's chilled on being such an asshole, but when Trunks was born, he didn't give a fuck about that kid or Bulma. He just kind of was like, alright, baby daddy, bam. Or like in Team 4 Star, we actually see, got a gun! It's like, the fuck's a condom? Shit like that. So, it's, stuff like that, but yeah. Vegeta was a terrible father. He barely spent time with Trunks. Hell, even future Trunks. He just kind of was like, hey, here, boy, come with me so we can go train. To kick Cell's ass and everything. And that was the only time he needed somebody because Trunks was the only guy around besides Piccolo that he didn't feel was weak. And everything. So I was like, alright, I'm going to beat the shit out of this kid so I can become, a better Super Saiyan. And hell, he unlocked Super Saiyan, I guess, by earning it. But Goku truly learned it. That's why Goku was able to ascend faster than Vegeta, because Goku probably earned it the proper way. Where Vegeta just got violently angry all the time, and I guess all his pent-up rage let out, and he became a Super Saiyan. And stuff like that, and people say, Vegeta had to work harder, especially during Z2 when he was becoming a Super Saiyan. Vegeta unlocked Super Saiyan all by himself. Well, yeah, Goku kind of did it himself too, if you think about it. Again, years and years of fucking training. Goku has trained forever. And yeah, there's been times when he's had rage before. He sees his best friend get killed, it will emotionally trigger him. Because Goku is usually not an angry guy. So I guess it's easier to trigger Goku than for, say, Vegeta, because Vegeta is always angry, but you have to make Vegeta so goddamn angry he does shit like that. And what the hell was Vegeta doing during the 7 years after Goku was gone? Oh, and speaking about Goku was gone, Goku has sacrificed himself for people. Again, he's not an asshole, he's a selfless person. He wanted to save his son and everything, and hell, he even believes in his kids too. He believed in Goten, when he wanted to fuse with Trunks, he believed in those two to save the world from Majin Buu and everything. He wanted to believe in his kid. Granted, he wasn't around for Goten at the time, but he couldn't fucking help that. The Dragon Balls couldn't resurrect Goku. What the hell was Goku gonna do with Goten? And he didn't really expect that to happen, but he still loves Goten. In Dragon Ball Super, in the first beginning arcs, he hung out with Goten all the time. But anyway, I was getting off track there for a second. But basically, he even helped Gohan defeat Cell by sacrificing himself because he knew that was the right thing to do. He wanted to try to stop Cell. It didn't work, but Gohan had the courage later on because he was inspired by his father to use one-handed Kamehameha to blow Cell to fucking smithereens. Best scene in Dragon Ball history. Okay, again, getting off a tangent. So, Goku's always been a selfless person. Vegeta hardly has been a selfless person. People, glorify the moment when Majin Vegeta sacrificed himself. Like, oh my god, Vegeta's such a good person. That was like the one fucking time he mostly did that. Then there's a time when Beerus slapped Bulma, but that was like a pretty shitty mistake he made. Because, yeah, he turned Super Saiyan 2, he landed a few hits, but Beerus is like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Everything. Vegeta's had his moments, but Goku, his whole life, has been a morally good person compared to Vegeta. Vegeta is just now learning to be a morally good person. So therefore, Vegeta is no better than Goku. And in that case, Goku is better because he was just raised to be a better person than Vegeta. And all that. And Vegeta being evil, because Vegeta was an evil guy for a while. He even turned back to being evil when he became Majin Vegeta. Shit like that. And yeah, he died sacrificing himself, but it still doesn't undermine that he murdered shitloads of people. He's destroyed planets before, full of innocent people. And Vegeta may or may not, ever be, redeemed from that. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter now because Dragon Ball's not that doesn't question morality most of the time, but, it just kind of shows that sometimes, basically the whole topic of this video I was just trying to show that Vegeta really isn't that much better than Goku. And again, in some places, Goku's probably even better than Vegeta. So Vegeta fanboys can fuck off. Now, don't get me wrong, I really do like Vegeta. Vegeta's a really interesting character. He's probably like the best example of a villain turned good. Mostly, And I kind of liked it that he didn't turn complete good guy unlike Piccolo. Piccolo just became a straight good guy after he was evil, But Vegeta, he still has evil tendencies. And that still sometimes kind of shows in Dragon Ball Super where he's still arrogant as fuck. He has a goddamn temper everywhere he goes, so Vegeta has a lot of learning to go, and that kind of makes him a really good character. Vegeta is hands down one of the best characters in Dragon Ball. Maybe, he probably has better character moments than Goku, but just overall, I just think Goku as a character is sometimes better than Vegeta, but he's not better. He's not always better than Vegeta. Vegeta's not always better than Goku. So, I'm going to end it right here. I'm just going to keep fucking rambling on the subject. But what do you guys think? Whoever's going to watch this video. What do you guys think? So, again, Vegeta is no better than Goku. Goku sometimes better. Peace the fuck out. See you guys later.